But I could look at my relationships in the indoctrination, and a lot of times we can speak from, not we can, we're speaking from being where we're at right now as remnant women with this information. So when I go back and I could say now, see, we're talking to women who don't have this information. And even if you do, you still fall, right? When you fall, sometimes you could fall so far back into carnality, you're literally operating out of your carnal mind. Spirit is not even present, right? So when I'm talking to my daughter, I know where she was at. I walked with her through those times. I know where my son was at. So when I'm talking to her and I'm saying, oh, there's beautiful times, remember, what is the beautiful times? Was it the times that he needed a release and you were there for that, right? But he really don't love you? Was it the time that you thought that was love, but you just wanted some intimacy? Do you call that being happy? Do you call that good times? Because I know there's a lot of women out there who feel like just because your man is sleeping with you, that he loves you. There's a lot of people out there who argue all the time, but as soon as you have sex, you on cloud nine, but you still got all the same problems. So is that a good relationship? Is that good times? Is it really good times? Because I can go back in my relationships now from where I'm at and look at that girl from back then and say, no, it wasn't. It was sex. Was I happy? No. Did it feel good? Yeah. But was I happy? No. So to distinctify that, because you have to do that. And if you don't do that, you're going to fall for it again because you felt good, right? So let's take the feeling good out of it, because anybody can make you feel good, right? We talking about spiritual principles and taking ourselves out of carnality, looking at everything in the spirit. I know, because sometimes I used to have a hard time looking back at my old self, the carnal girl, because I'm so far from her that looking back at her is like, it's shameful. But when you get the power from that, when you can say, no, girl, that is not happiness. That is not a happy relationship. That might be my son, but I'm trying to tell you, you are not happy and you're looking for something that's never going to be there. A person can love you. My friend loves me, right? But I'm not in love with that person. That's two totally different things, right? He was not in love with her. He loved her. They went through some things together. Just because they have a child together does not mean happiness. There was no happiness present, okay? As a matter of fact, the other person on the other side wish that may not have happened, right? And maybe now wish that didn't happen, but want to be involved, but still is not involved and resolved in the fact that he is going to take care of his responsibility, because that's love, right? So when I'm looking at that situation, I want her to go back and look at what she accepted in her carnal mind and what she will never accept in her spiritual relief doctrine mind. That's what I want her to do. So when I say go about your fall and what it does to the spiritual man, it creates setbacks. So she's had many setbacks, right? And if when you look at that thing and look at what you didn't have to accept from the gate, had you listened and did what you was told to do, and if you, because you see, it's your choice once you get the information to operate in your spiritual man, right? We can't make you do it. We can give everybody the information. I done gave it to my kids, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's their responsibility to operate. Now, when you go back and looking at what I done told you and your dad done told you, and people in the remnant have told you a gazillion times, my thing is, what is that? Because I know the hope, the dream, the want of this one person that you making one out of, you acting like it's the last man on earth, because that's what we do, right? Oh no, it's got to be him. He got to be everything. I know I can create this perfect man. Let's just give it some time. It ain't going to happen, right? But once you have that spiritual mind and this person is operating in his assimilation, then that leaves you, when are you going to operate? That was my question. Like, what was it that took you all this time to say, I'm done, right? Because it's been over 2 years since that. You was going through it. We've been talking. We've been giving you this information. Julia is saying, I'm going to operate in this indoctrinated mind that I have been indoctrinated to operate in, and I'm going to keep on operating in this indoctrination because I know I could do something about it. Then you fall. Because what? You done had sex and you done got happy? And then right after that is back to the same treatment, right? Because somebody made you feel good, right? Somebody that shouldn't even be allowed in your womb. Somebody that shouldn't even be allowed in your presence. Somebody that you said, I'm going to give you a chance over and over and over again, that did not deserve you, but you felt like he did because you only accepted it because you felt like that's what you deserved. So it took you to understand who you were in the Most High to get to this place where you was done. Because I know what it took me. I had to be dead in order to receive the blessing of the Most High. I know where you was at, but you wasn't resolved. You didn't believe the Most High could give you better because you didn't feel like you deserved better. Because you a product of your environment. You come from the game. You thought you was worthless. You thought this was the only man who could see something in you. And you kept trying to make him love you, and he didn't love you like that. That's what all women do. Stay in miserable situations, trying to make something out of nothing, and it's never gonna happen. You spend 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, 5, 4 kids later, and you still in the same situation because he don't love you. You just a bucket. I didn't want to say the word, but can I say it? You just a cum bucket. And then what? You happy? Because you let him release in you and he gonna still do the same thing? Like, really? But once you become remnant, once you get this relief doctrine, once you know who you are, once you know you can be cleansed, once you know you can be a virtuous woman before the Most High, can't no man bring you that.